Hello, good evening. Well, we're live on News Up here at Disawe in Kanda. This is News 360. My name is Alfred Okansi.
And I am Portia Gabo. Coming up, the headlines.
News 360 headlines is brought to you by Deluxe Acrylic Paint, Heaven Insecticide Spray and Coil,
Kel Charcoal Toothpaste,
and Apa Foods.
My Life Insurance.
Coming up tonight, the debate intensifies as National Association of Graduate Teachers puts more pressure on government to abolish the teacher licensure exams, insisting it is just deployed to reduce intake of teachers into public service.
Also this evening, Member of Parliament for South Dai and lawyer Roxanne Nelson Dafiamepo drags Attorney General to the Supreme Court over the President's directive to MMDCEs to remain at post in acting capacity.
Presidential Vaccine Manufacturing Committee is confident local production of COVID-19 vaccines can start within 2 years.
And tonight on the foreign front, the Taliban says it is planning to an inclusive caretaker government in Afghanistan after the group toppled the Western-backed administration in a stunning sweep earlier this month. And in sports, football star and former world best player Cristiano Ronaldo returns to Manchester United. There's going to be more on Cristiano Ronaldo's return in this world of sports later in the bulletin. But that's got a lot of you talking. We're live on TV3 Ghana on Facebook, DSTV channel 279, all across the world on 3news.com. Remember to go on to your Google Play Store, the App Store, download the 3 News app. Let's get connected. But let's start off with the farmers around the White Volta in the Talensi district of the Upper East region. They are salvaging their animals and crops ahead of the spillage of the Bahra Dam. The dam is expected to be open tomorrow, affecting some 27 districts in 5 regions of the north within the next 72 hours.
Ahead of the Bagri and Kompianga dam spillage, farmers have started salvaging their produce and their animals to avoid going into losses. Some residents living downstream are also relocating to higher grounds, but others who do not have any place to go are appealing to NADMO to relocate them. NADMO officials indicated that Red Cross Society, in collaboration with NADMO, will be erecting temporary tent shelters in affected districts for residents who are stranded after the spillage. Our news team visited some few farms in Palugu to observe farmers salvage their crops. These farmers have already harvested about 2 acres of yellow maize, while other farmers are yet to salvage even half an acre. About 70% of the crops, according to the farmers, will be submerged when the dams are spilled because they are yet to be mature enough for harvesting. A farmer, Ayene Thomas, who will soon be a victim of the spillage and losing all his crops, appealed to NADMO for assistance.
Some farm about 200 meters away, meters out, or yes, away from the farms, from the river. We can see water like this and be farming there. So far from the distance, but only the river, the background always come and disturb the crops, our farms.
He said effective irrigation during the dry season is the only solution to them losing their investments every year. The current water level at Bagri Dam is 234.27 meters, which is near the spillage height of 235 meters, and the opening of the valves is anytime soon.
In a related development, the Member of Parliament for Garu, Albert Alalzuga, has joined his constituents to cry for help as flood caused by the Tamni irrigation dam continues to wreak havoc in the area. Amid flooding of farmlands and homes, crocodiles and other displaced reptiles are killing livestock.
More farms and homes continue to be submerged in the Timpani and Garu districts in the Kusog area of the Upper East region. The floods, according to the locals, may get worse by the day as small rains are expected in addition to the imminent spillage of the Bari and Kopienga dams from Burkina Faso. Other inhabitants continue to blame the state and its agents over failure to consult and heed to advise for the implementation of the Tamne Dam project. A visibly worried Member of Parliament for Garu, Albert Alazuga Akuka, described the situation as dire and called for urgent intervention.
The water has already started, creating some problems for the people of this area. First of all, the houses that were constructed by government, I'm told that this is the first phase of the housing, and we still have another phase of it. But they need to speed up with the second phase, because I can see some of the houses that were not earmarked. They are already sensing danger, and they are crying and calling all of us to come around as stakeholders to come and have a look at the condition under which they are living.
He, however, urged the constituents to stay away from the dam as much as possible in order to prevent human casualties. A victim, Ramatu Asana, lamented the impact of the flood on their world's education, trading activities, among other social needs. She wondered how they can recover from the impact since all their crops have been submerged even before they start bearing fruits. For Ali Musa, a teacher at the Kusal Primary School, even children who reside in the same community have stopped coming to school as a result of reptiles' invasion of their classrooms and toilet.
Those water animals like crocodiles and then the python. Some of the crocodiles have started chopping our animals. And then this python too, one has even
field currently are expected to rewrite the exams before being licensed by the National Teaching Council. However, the National Association of Graduate Teachers is saddened about the number of teachers who have failed the exams. The association has called on the National Teaching Council and the Ghana Education Service to abolish the exams. Eric Njikabono is NAGRAT's president.
When lawyers come out of the law school, do they write any exam to become lawyers? No, you don't. Are we saying that lawyers are not good in Ghana? They are. So for me and for the union, and this policy, this position of the union did not start today. Yes, and we have been consistent on our position as a union that yes, we agree that a teacher should be licensed, but we disagree that the teacher should write a licensure exam before the teacher is licensed.
The association has again denied claims by the Ghana Education Service that it has extended contact hours for teachers.
1 year, there are teachers who have not had a break because those teachers are teaching both the green track and the gold track, as it is called. The population of students in the schools have increased. The house staff, the administrative staff, the kitchen staff, for them, they do not have anything called break or holidays at all.
On the shortage of food supplies to schools, Njikabono asked the Ghana Education Service to earmark funds and pay suppliers immediately.
In more news tonight, expelled former Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Koku Anyidoho, says the NDC can only win the 2024 elections if it crafts a campaign devoid of insults but accommodates dissenting views. The firebrand says it is not a given the NDC would win the next election following what has become known as the 8-year cycle.
Samuel Koku Anyidohu sat with TV3's Jifa Bampo for an hour interview that is yet to be aired and spoke on the gamut of issues. The now expelled former Deputy General Secretary of the NDC is of the view the two leading political parties have had an equal 16 years at the helm of leadership and anything is possible in the next election, insinuating it will be a battle of manifestos as the NPP is currently implementing a manifesto while the NDC has to go craft a manifesto anew.
We need to craft a manifesto, but we can't craft a manifesto based on insults. We can't craft a manifesto when all we want to do is to push everybody out of the political party. You can't create a manifesto when suddenly you can't even tolerate dissenting views. How do you build a manifesto? As far as I'm concerned, the best war strategies come out from the best simulations. And simulations mean playing the devil's advocate. That's the only way you can fine-tune the manifesto and know that you have hemmed in all the issues and blocked all the loopholes. But if you cannot do simulation and accept opposing views and then to think that let's just go to the people with anything, the day you begin to believe that you can sell anything to the people, you won't get your buying.
Koku Anidohu expresses views on who should lead the party going into the 2024 elections.
When the time is ripe and we go through our constitution, I'm sure, I've heard the General Secretary, I've heard other office holders currently say they are all for contest and they will not prevent anybody from contesting anybody. And so once people satisfy their criteria and they go and they contest and the party decides, that will be the decision. But I'm sure a lot of deep thinking will go into those who decide to put themselves up.
John Mahama plans to contest.
Jifa, let him come.
It will be his third time.
Let him. The last time other people contested him, he still won.
There's going to be more on this in subsequent bulletins, but the Member of Parliament for South Dai constituency, that's Roxanne Nelson Dafiamekpo, has dragged the Attorney General to the Supreme Court over the directive issued by President Akufo-Addo for Metropolitan Municipal and District Chief Executives as MMDCEs to remain at post in acting capacity. According to the lawmaker, this directive flouts constitutional provisions in Article 2431 and 2462, indicating that the president has no such power or authority. President Akufo-Addo, if you recall, on January 11, 2021, directed all MMDCEs to continue in office in acting capacity. Roxanne Nelson Dafiamekpo is asking and seeking the court to declare that all acts, decisions, orders and rules made by the acting MMDCEs is in contravention of the 1992 Constitution. It's also seeking the court to declare that all contracts signed by the acting MMDCEs are not binding on the Republic and that all expenses made by them are unlawful. He wants the court to sack the MMDCEs with immediate effect.
Let's now turn our attention to COVID-19, and the coordinator of Ghana's coronavirus response program and a member of the Presidential Committee for Vaccine Manufacturing, Dr. Anefia Samwaba, further explains the role of the proposed National Vaccine Institute.
We are trying to resolve two problems. One, there are already known vaccines, like AstraZeneca, like Pfizer. They are already, the testing has been done, the research has been done, the vaccine is in use. And we want to be able to copy it in Ghana. In order to do that, you need government's intervention to facilitate discussion between the original owners so that the private sector can be allowed to copy. So that is one of the big areas that this institute is going to help. How do we copy vaccines that are already known? Then the second problem we're trying to address is more for the future. How do we develop the capacity to do our own research, discover our own vaccines for future diseases? So those are two different, and that is where the research institutions needs to be supported on a sustained basis for a number of years. This time is COVID. 10 years' time is another. By that time, we have people who have been working on different vaccines so that one of them can be used.
And still stay on this, Presidential Vaccine Manufacturing Committee to spearhead the local production of COVID-19 vaccines in Ghana is confident the local production of COVID-19 vaccines will begin in Ghana within the next 2 years.
The stakeholder meeting with the Presidential Press Corps is part of ongoing effort to bring to the public updates on what the 11-member Presidential Vaccine Manufacturing Committee has been doing so far since they were set up by President Akufo-Addo. Professor William Ampofo, head of Virology Department of Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research and secretary to the Presidential Committee on Vaccine Production in Ghana, who took the press through the committee's roadmap, said due to the complex nature of vaccine production, a National Vaccine Institute would be the country's best bet to support the plan to achieve local COVID-19 production within the next 2 years.
This vision starts with the ability to establish domestic vaccine manufacturing plants. We want to strengthen the research, discovery, and development by academia, by research institutions, by any groups that will enable us to make homegrown vaccines in Ghana. There must be a permanent national secretariat that will coordinate vaccine development and manufacture in Ghana. Because we have existing research institutions, we have private sector initiatives, we have various regulatory processes, and we think that bringing all of them together, coordinating and linking them will enable us to push forward with the vision of vaccine manufacture.
Answering questions on how ready the country is in its effort at manufacturing its own vaccines, chairman of the committee, Professor Frimpong Boateng, said Ghana is ready to produce COVID-19 vaccines within the next 2 years.
Our partners from Germany have helped us to locate a plant that was delivered to a company in Europe, but they did not use it, brand new. So we know where it is, and that is why the government has given a guarantee for an uptick, and that has encouraged the DK people to place an order for that plant. We hope that it will be here before the end of the year, installed. Then maybe by next year, we'll be able to do a fair and finished vaccine in Ghana. So the process, we said, is 2 years, but it can take less than that. Let's also answer the question, the 2 years for local production.
Let's go to our earlier story with the NDC Member of Parliament for the constituency, Roxy Nelson Dapiomeko, who has filed a writ at the Supreme Court challenging the constitutionality of the directive by the President that metropolitans should be in an acting position now. He's seeking that the Supreme Court indeed rules that particular directive is unlawful. He joins me on the telephone. Good evening to you. Thank you for your time this evening. You dwell on Article 2431 and 2462 of the 1992 Constitution. 2431 specifically states that there shall be a district chief executive for every district who shall be appointed by the President with the prior approval of not less than 2/3, goes on and on. Is it on the basis of this that the unlawful or illegal directive of the President, you describe it, is what is you're seeking in court?
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, I didn't hear the question.
I was asking specifically about the 4 reliefs that you're seeking. You quote Article 2431 and 2462 of the 1992 Constitution. Is it on the basis of this that you describe the President's directive to the MMDCEs to act as unlawful?
That is correct.
And so, in the absence of this directive, what could the President have done now that there are no substantive MMDCEs?
But thank you very much. The President is mandated by law to make appointments. Indeed, appointments are part of the functions of office. And so if a newly sworn-in President decides to ask persons to represent his interests in state institutions pending the appointment of substantive office holders, I think that we are supposed to have a very reasonable period within which that ought to be done. Now, if you look at the letter directing these persons who held office as DCEs during his first term to continue in office, paragraph 3 of the 11th January letter was very clear. It says that they ought not to take policy decisions. And my brother, at the end of March this year, we approve of government's own budget for implementation of government programs and policies for the year 2021. We are in August. So how are these policies being implemented at the district level? Because the letter that is asking them to represent the interests of the President is in the same context, gagging them from taking policy decisions. Not the president decides to make appointments, for me, is immaterial. What I'm saying is that the letter, the 11th of January letter, asking persons who were DCEs during his first term to continue in office is unconstitutional. You are either a DCE or you are not. Our constitution has no place for an acting DCE because the procedure enshrined in Article 243 subclause 1 is very clear. Because the office of a DC is a constitutional one, and the president is mandated in law to make appointments to those offices. So the president ought to make nominations. When the nominations are done, that's not the end. The members of the district assembly have a role to play in confirmation of the nomination. So the law says that 2/3 of members of the assembly present and attending the meeting ought to vote to confirm the nomination of this person. When the confirmation is that is not the end. The judge or the magistrate of the area is supposed to swear in this confirmed nominee of the president. When the confirmation, you take the oath of office, that is not the end.
So even though Parliament, have you asked of the minister, local government, exactly why the appointment of these MMDCEs has delayed that much?
We have asked questions, and what they will tell you that they are vetting applicants. They have opened the nomination process to other persons to apply. That is very democratic. But we cannot allow a president to use 1 year to perform his constitutional duties. It's unacceptable.
Right. Honorable Roxanne Dafiamepo, thank you. Thank you for your time this evening. I appreciate it. Roxanne Nelson Dafiamepo is a member of parliament for the South Dike constituency. He's in court challenging the directive by the president to the MMDCEs to act in the absence of substantive MMDCEs as we speak.
In other news, FAR has raised scores of structures at the Kukumba Yam Market at Adublushi, destroying properties worth thousands of cedis.
Eyewitnesses say the dawn fire started when an electrical wire sparked fire and fell on the roof of the said structures. At the scene were some women picking up debris of their lost property. The fire burned down tubers of yams, tanks of alcohol and oil worth thousands of cedis. Some persons who lost their properties called on government for some support.
Our shield is bent. We have lost everything. We are calling on the authorities for support.
We have gone for loans for our trading activities and now everything is burnt to ashes.
A widow who lost everything in the fire could not hold her tears.
I was sleeping when a brother alerted me about the said fire, and to my surprise, the fire was in my room.
The former tourism minister, Catherine Blema Afeko, is threatening legal action against the Nkosohene of Axim, claiming that he has tarnished her integrity in response to financial contributions made by the former minister to the Kundum Festival. Cited in the 2018 Auditor General's report. Now, Nana Nkwantebisa, who chairs the Kundum Planning Committee, had stated an amount of 200,000 Ghana cedis, quoted by the Auditor General in that report, to have been allocated to the former tourism minister towards the festival could not be true.
If a young man with his greed and political mischief would run around and destroy hard-won reputation of some of us, I don't think we'll sit idle and let it pass. He will have to come and explain himself, and I'm challenging him, daring him to bring document evidence that show that an Nkoswahini, a chief, a palace was mentioned in the report, and my name, my good self, was mentioned in the report with specific instruction that I should carry a check to a chief or a palace. That I have not done. I am daring him to bring that evidence. Failure to do so, he will face legal action because he has brought major disrepute to the good people of Nzima, including my good self. You don't win and work hard for your reputation for it to be destroyed by people who have not even amassed the amount of years we have used sacrificing to ensure that the UP tradition is a mainstay in Nzima.
You're watching News 360 live from the News Hub here at Adesawe Kanda. We have the very latest in the world of business news coming up shortly with Della Michelle. Don't go away.
Zoom right here in my house. Hey!
Look up there. Why are you using inferior pen?
It was a mistake. I no check.
Acrobat2, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, sir.
You deserve quality.
Don't make mistakes. Stop!
You did the right thing.
When you are going to buy a paint, don't look left, don't look right. Go straight and grab the luxury paint. No be any paint, be paint.
The luxury acrylic paint.
Paint me champion.
Mommy.
Mama Josie.
Fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Chocolate Toothpaste, healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste, Sankofa.
Yenchi, Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
I love football. Football can be a dirty game, on or off the pitch.
Senipa nyina na onyaadwe. Emum, ade baako a wonyina gitum ne waduane no adedede eni ni hwam papa bia anwode draw wom.
Eni fe eni said paste na pi. Na ye the fiber eni vitamins aka wonti. Tasty Tom and Rich Tomato Mix mebusuani nyina aduane a ede. Esa so ma wodin. Tasty Tom and Rich Tomato Mix. Strength comes from within.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Pack up your day with your favorite pack milk and choco biscuit, now in exciting new packaging. Only the packaging has changed. The taste remains the same, crispy and delicious.
Feel the perky burst from your toes to your face.
Pack up your day with pack biscuits in exciting new packs with the same great taste. This advert is FDA approved.
To believe in you. We are changing, so should you. If you're dreaming, don't be afraid. And in the valleys, keep your head up high. Dare to dream with Puma drinks. Puma, yeah. Believe it, you can achieve. Puma, oh yeah. Clap your hands for the whole new vibe. Make we start the bliss. Oh yeah, come alive. Let me hear you.
Puma drinks, a whole new vibe, and a quality product from Casa Precon.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN, Roma Insecticide Spray and Coil,
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights,
Universal Merchant Bank,
Lufat.
It's now time for the latest in the world of business. My name is Della Michelle. We begin with our headline for tonight as Ghana will, by the end of the year, launch a 7-pillar national roadmap for the implementation of the AFCFTA. Now, Chief Executive for the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Dr. Ifua Asabia Asare, indicates the strategy is key to ensuring Ghana's active participation in the free trade area.
Ghana is host to the Secretariat of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement, but is yet to make clear its plans of implementation as a country. But the Trade Ministry says the roadmap to be launched by the end of year 2021 will provide systematic and inclusive processes towards measures to ensure after implementation.
Basically, what the National Action Plan seeks to do is to identify the key areas of focus for Ghana's participation in the AFCFTA. We have identified 7 cluster areas. This is in trade policy, trade infrastructure, trade facilitation, enhancing productive capacity, trade information, trade finance, and then integrating markets. We are hoping that before the end of the year, this will be we'll get the clearance to launch it.
CEO of the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, Dr. Ifua Asabia Asare, indicates industries should take advantage of the incentives at the free zones to remain competitive.
We have to take advantage of Africa. We would have to put our best foot forward. And it includes IT. IT is everything now. I mean, if you don't have any clue what is going on in the IT area or the IT ecosystem, then you are missing so much, and you cannot forcefully take advantage of what the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement presents.
They were speaking at an infotech fair organized by GEPA to unveil the technological achievement in the private and public sector.
Our focus as a government has therefore been on investing in areas that will strengthen the ecosystem to ensure that technology and technology-related businesses flourish and that we derive the maximum benefit IT offers.
Over 34 tech companies participated in the fair.
Away from that, an oil production specialist, Dr. Yusuf Sulemana, has asked government to ensure existing enterprises such as the Tema Oil Refinery and bulk oil storage and transportation operate delivery as business concerns. He noted this is critical in convincing investors for the proposed $60 billion petroleum hub project for the country.
The petroleum hub is aimed at adding value to the oil and gas resource in the country and on the continent.
Tor is there, Boss is there, Ghana Gas is there. How are they performing? So I think it is in the best interest of the nation in terms of looking for serious investors to champion this huge infrastructure to get our local refinery in good shape. If they get it in good shape, get Boss in good shape, I think that one alone will be a momentum for investors to buy into the project.
An oil production specialist, Dr. Yusuf Sulemana, suggested the project be carried out in phases.
Now, our major problem is 100% importation of petroleum products. That has put a lot of burden on the hard currency. So starting with the petroleum hub, I think we can start with the refinery. Even a single refinery will be enough. Because whatever side products that is going to come from petroleum, those products are what is going to feed into the other auxiliary units.
President Akufo-Addo has appointed a 9-member board for the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation and a former petroleum executive with a strong financial background, Charles Owusu, as the CEO to head the $60 billion petrochemical industrial park project. The proposed petroleum hub is expected to have 4 key infrastructure: refineries, petrochemical plants, storage facilities and jetties on a 20,000-acre land.
Vivo Energy Ghana has opened a new retail shop, restaurant and washing bay at the Tesano branch of the Shell service station. Now, the reason is to give clients a complete service and also increase their customer base.
This tree, according to management, will also realize their vision of creating Africa's most respected energy business with its heritage retail branch, Shell, having had a strong presence in Ghana since 1928. The washing bay located behind the shops would also give customers a clean wash to their vehicles. The retail shop has in stock items including mineral water, assorted drinks, ice cream, while the restaurant vends pizza, pastries, jollof rice, plain rice, among other dishes.
The unique thing about it is you have a live cooking area, which the meals are prepared in front of you. There's a live pizza oven as well. Ordering the pizza in Ghana will take about 10-20 minutes to be ready. But with this new concept for the pizza oven, in 5 minutes you have your pizza. It's oven baked with stone, and that means that once you put the pizza on the oven, in 5 minutes it's ready.
Managing Director of Vivo Energy, Ben Hassan Ouattara, emphasized the company's resolve to making customer satisfaction a priority. He hinted of plans to expand their retail network and provide new experiences to customers.
This help, existing customer to be delighted by the service that we're offering, and you also give the opportunity to those who are not yet our customers to see the difference between the service that we are providing and other services. So when we talk about quality at Vivo Energy or Shell service station, it's not just the product. Is the quality of the service that we're offering to the customer.
Vivo Energy has over 200 Shell serving stations across the country, with majority offering customers options, offerings, and new experiences.
And that's all we have for you for the business news tonight. There's more business news available on 3news.com. My name is Della Michelle. Sports News is next with Aniela Alute. Stay tuned.
Have a very big surprise for all of you. You get a sonata. You get a sonata. You get a sonata. You so open a sonata if you want it. You get a sonata. Sonata. You get a sonata. You get a sonata. And you can get a sonata too.
Everyone's excited about the MTN at 25 promo. Just keep using your MTN number and talk, text, browse, and more to gain points, and you could win one of 25 Hyundai Sonata vehicles and cash prizes each month in the MTN at 25 promo. Dial *156# today and begin your journey to win big.
Hey, man, try.
Only on MTN, everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply.
UMB Speed Up presents 10 steps to stay safe. If you can, stay home. Wash your hands regularly with soap under running water. Keep alcohol-based hand sanitizer close for frequent use. If you must go out, maintain a safe distance of at least 1 meter from the next person. Cough or sneeze with your mouth and nose covered with tissue, or bend your elbow while doing so. Avoid handshakes or hugs. Keep a mental note of people you have come into contact with or places you've been to. Avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. Drink a lot of fluids and boost your immune system with fruits and vegetables. Bank whenever, wherever with UMB Speed Up. UMB Speed Up. Digibank, let's go.
Pepsodent Nature Essentials, charcoal, and lemon essence restores natural white teeth, herbal extract for strong teeth and healthy gums, antibacterial toothpaste that protects you and your family, because every smile matters.
The show was a jar or bar anyone conquering dim.
The groom is sick.
What?
Malaria.
Malaria. Lufat. Lufat.
Injija woman malaria and kawon to them. Lufat. Malaria drop a cup.
And now you may kiss the bride.
Entrance Pharmaceuticals and Research Center. And I Lufat. Lufat. A two malaria sententem. FDA.
Have you heard of Eden Heights, a luxury gated residential development located in the heart of Accra West, just behind West Hills Mall? It's Accra's best kept secret, a master planned community of modern styled apartments and penthouses bearing the superior seal of grade A finishing. Eden Heights promises residents convenience, security and comfort. For an all-inclusive and self-contained living experience, Eden Heights is your best choice. You are guaranteed a wide variety of social and recreational conveniences right at your doorstep, including open green spaces, soccer pitch, swimming pools, tennis court, fitness center, playgrounds and entertainment facilities. Reserve your luxury apartment on our limited promotional offer with just 25,000 cedis. Call 050-1531-444 for more information and to book a viewing. Terms and conditions apply. Eden Heights, welcome home.
Should you rumor to me?
Tonton master, ebe ye juma na mo. Kwese o madahati. Roma insecticide spray ada Roma. Interfre, entatia, mekeche ha. No way. Hwemi kunu. Tonton ba ko kra amfa ne mo. Eno so a empusi. Roma insecticide spray and mosquito coil. Emma wo there we sham. Roma, enkwe.
Roma and Tonton Master.
Sports segment is brought to you by
Kel Kids Tooth.
It's time for sports on News 360. I am Aniela Alute. We start off with the big one. Manchester United have reached an agreement with Juventus to re-sign Cristiano Ronaldo. United reportedly submitted a €25 million bid, the equivalent of about a £21.3 million bid to Juventus on
Welcome to Dewa NLA 539 direct draw results, coming to you live from the Brennan Hall of the National Lottery Authority. The winning numbers for tonight's draw are Congratulations to all Dewa NLA 539 direct winners for tonight. See you same time tomorrow. Be the next winner. Simply dial *446# and select option 1 to play Dewa NLA 539 direct. You can also play at selected lotto kiosks across the country. Dewa NLA 539 direct. Afa winning no. It's show. Sale, yeah, con direct. Now what's this saying? With Dewa NLA 539 direct, you only have to select up to 5 numbers from 1 to 39. To play, dial *446# across all mobile networks and select option 1. With a minimum of 2 Ghana cedis, you can bet on direct 1. Match the first number and win 20 times your stake. Direct 2. Match 2 numbers and win 45 times your stake. Direct 3. Match 3 numbers and win 400 times your stake. Direct 4. Match 4 and win 5,000 times your stake. Direct 5. Match all 5 numbers to win 50,000 times your stake. The more you play, the more you win. Look out for the draw results on TV3 News at 7 p.m. Win easy, win every day with Dewa NLA 539 direct. Afa, win you know, it choke.
Let me see you make a move. Do it all, do it all, do it all.
But on those days, I compromise it all. Either my skin is sensitive or my back's against the wall.
You can have it all. What? Always brings it all. Okay. Get tall with you always win one. Feather-like softness overall, even on the wings, girl. And rapid dry channels.
Let me see you make a move. Be it all, do it all, have it all.
Always 2-in-1 feathery soft.
I have a song I'd love to share with you today. Come on and sing along.
Look what I'm doing, do it just like me. Look what I'm doing, spin around with me. Look what I'm doing. Look what I'm doing, come and brush with me. Come and brush with me.
So that mom can be able to open the door.
This is it.
Listen to the door.
Here's my little brother doing something special. He's setting the camera up with another bright idea. Let's just open the door. Yay! Mom, I got this.
Now you can be part of the extraordinary world of endless possibilities on Vodafone. With the best value and amazing data offers and services available in Ghana, your dreams are achievable. Get more for less with Vodafone data. Vodafone. Together we can.
Welcome back. On international front, the Taliban says it is planning an inclusive caretaker government in Afghanistan after the group toppled the Western-backed administration in a stunning sweep earlier this month. Taliban sources say that the caretaker government will include leaders from all ethnicities and tribal backgrounds and groups in the country. Nearly a dozen names are being considered to be part of the new government, sources say.
The Taliban says it's planning an inclusive caretaker government in Afghanistan after the group toppled the Western-backed administration in a stunning sweep earlier this month. Taliban sources say that the caretaker government will include leaders from all ethnicities and tribal backgrounds in the country. Nearly a dozen names are being considered to be part of a new government, sources said. The duration of the caretaker government is unclear at the moment. Afghanistan's ethnic diversity has been at the center of politics and conflict in the country, with no single ethnic group enjoying a decisive majority in the country of 40 million people. The Pashtuns are Afghanistan's biggest ethnic group, making up more than 42% of the population. The predominantly Sunni Muslim community speaks the Pashto language and has dominated Afghan politics since the 18th century. Taliban sources say the caretaker government will have an Amir-ul-Mominin, meaning commander of the faithful, to lead the Islamic Emirates of Afghanistan. In Africa, Liberia's power distribution firm lost $220 million in the last 5 years alone due to a cartel stealing electricity and unpaid bills. U.S. Ambassador to Liberia, Michael McCarthy, says this is unacceptable. The U.S. is Liberia's biggest donor in the energy sector. 6 years ago, it spent more than $250 million on rehabilitation of the country's hydroelectric plant that had been destroyed during a 14-year civil war. The government, which is the biggest customer of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC, is always behind the payments.
That's more international news on 3news.com. Coming up is the latest in the world of entertainment.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by Puma Drinks.
Tonight in this segment, a major highlight of TV3's New Day was a special food contest organized for ladies in the Ghana's most beautiful show. With the help of their team leaders, that's Johnny, Thierry and Giovanni, judges could simply not resist the aromatic smell of the savory dishes. We bring you highlights from the cooking contest.
The forecourt of TV3 came alive as ladies in the Ghana's most beautiful reality show were challenged to showcase their culinary prowess. Powered by Enapa Foods, the ladies were grouped in a group of 3, namely Team Johnny, Team Thierry, and Team Efo Giovanni.
To be specific, they are all doing jollof. I am doing Ghanaian, authentic Ghanaian jollof.
Okay, how did you start? Go ahead.
Jojo
So
jollof.
tell us, what did you have to do?
So first off, I had to put the bowl on fire.
Which bowl? Plastic bowl, and I said
On the menu were mouth-watering Ghana jollof and other delicacies.
Money on you, I'm on you, girl.
As the contest climaxed, it's time to savor the irresistible dish. The judges looked at presentation, appearance, creativity, and taste.
Chicken has been coated with egg, and we've nicely presented it on the lettuce.
I like the color combination on this plate.
Okay.
It's very presentable.
Okay.
The ingredients here, especially the texture and the flavor,
Yes.
the aroma that you give is really, you can enjoy the taste.
Thank you.
I really love it.
Okay.
Giovanni, actually, I like the way of you are entertaining. I really love it. I was expecting that the same reflection will be on the table. But I'm sorry to say, but the way of the chicken looks, it is taste is good, but it looks dry.
After a long wait, Team Thierry was adjudged the ultimate winners.
And the winner goes to Team.
Participants received packages from Enapa Foods.
For the winning team!
Congratulations! So the sports team is coming along with your jollof. Hey, your turn. Go sports. Okay. Hold on. Okay. What's in the pan?
I think we need to make it clear that those young men did not take part in the cooking. It was the Ghana's most beautiful contestants who were grouped.
Well, and Giovanni should also know that this wasn't a comic act
Absolutely.
a dancing competition. He should stick to what he knows how to do best.
They won, but they didn't cook. Just so you know. But there's going to be a lot more. You can find that video on 3news.com, TV3 Ghana on Facebook. But I want to thank you. Thank you so much for staying with us here all through the week on News360.